Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Good evening, folks. What's going on with my Tash? Good evening, folks. Welcome to Alien Addict. I have not trimmed my beard. Everything else is good. Welcome. I wasn't here last week. I was being a soft lad in bed. I wasn't well, but I'm here. And guess who else is here? My warrior. My Lee must see top G audio.
Must free.
Must free.
I can't help say that you think that you might have been going to say something bad for the YouTube search algorithm when you said you were in bed.
No. I bit my tongue. Hidden Underbelly, my lad. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. It's pleasure being here.
So for anybody who's watching this right now, yes, there is this thumbnail. We may talk a little bit about what as kids may remember in years to come when it comes to UFOs, but something just hit, and something just hit a UFO and shot the mofo down, didn't it, Hidden?
Sure did, man. Sure did. Pretty crazy times, huh?
And you put the footage out. I believe you were one of the first to put it out.
I think so. I definitely was one of the first to have all three.
Did you put that out late last night?
I did. As soon as I got it, I just said, I'm not going to bed. We're gonna, because I everything is about evidence. I mean, the story itself is credible. I believe 100% it's credible. But without footage, the footage just adds the punch. And I just felt, I didn't go to bed early like I wanted to. And we got the video out.
Do we know if Mick West has got his teeth into it yet?
No doubt he will.
Lee, you're the Twitter man. Have you had a look at his...
No, but he has been talking to people about that others. Hang on, no, one of the was the one that was shot down, because there's been two UFOs, hasn't there, that sort of hit the internet. One was the Russia one, and then there was another one where it kind of went behind trees, and people were saying it might be like a triangle or something like that, and there's like so some people tried to say it's like a plane or something because there's a red light on it on the side. Mm-hmm. He's been sort of jumping into that quite a lot. He's at the minute he's wondering whether that's been taken with he said some sort of LG camera which has got like 4 or 5 different lenses which could cause lens flares or something like that. I don't know, but
you know what I say about
Mick West? Micah's tweeting about.
West knows best.
West knows best.
Yeah.
What a YouTube show that'd be.
Yeah.
It would. He could debunk anything.
Or go West.
Have that as his theme tune.
Well, the Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah.
He looks like one of them. No, I'm playing. I love you.
He does look like a Pet Shop Boy. You're right. He could be one of the. He looks like he wasn't in an 80s band group though, was he? No, he was the guy that did Tony Hawk's.
It wasn't the Ream guy.
Wasn't he a gamer? He didn't. I mean, he wrote codes.
He did Tony Hawk's.
He's not a silly lad, and there's a lot of there's a lot of good things that he did, like the Bokum effect. Well, I mean, I've never heard of that.
Do you know what? The UFO community piss me off when it comes to Mick West because they just want to shit on him when he's actually doing what you don't realize he's doing as a great service.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes.
Even though he believes in absolutely sod all.
I'll give you, for instance, where Mick West dropped the ball, and I felt he was being a bit arrogant with this. There was a sighting in February. I think there was a sighting in February. Let me cast my mind back, maybe 2021, and it was the airline pilot who called in saying that a long cylindrical object just flew over his plane.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys remember it because it was like amazing.
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, and then Mick West chimed in and he said he figured it out and he gave all these coordinates and he said it was another plane. So when other people looked into it, they were saying to Mick West, well, the plane that you're talking about flew past 6 minutes before the call came in. So it couldn't have been that plane. Now, as we know, when we're doing our job, when you're using flight tracker radar, 1 minute can throw everything out. So you have to be very precise. Mick West will tell you that. So when he was pulled up about being 6 minutes out, he said, well, what does that matter? And that, to me, I thought, well, that matters a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: when you do a lot of these cigar-shaped UFOs that people see in, like, when it's in high light, if you, and I've done this myself, I've actually thought, what the hell is that up in the sky? And then the wings have come into focus.
No, I get that. But when an airline pilot is calling this in,
yeah,
a person that would have how many thousands of hours airtime?
Agreed.
How many thousands of hours airtime has Mick West had? So to question what an airline pilot is saying, and then also to put out
Hidden,
he's been abducted.
Says, this is kind of wrong here.
Yeah. I mean, you cut out for a split second then, so I did miss. I think Lee did as well. Missed what you actually did say.
Oh, sorry.
We just heard this is kind of wrong here.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. I mean, I like UFO of interest. I know a lot of people don't like him.
I like him too. Great guy.
He's taught me a lot throughout the years because I do listen. Now, sometimes me and him buck heads on things because I don't agree with 100% of him. Just like Mick West, I don't agree with them all because at the end of the day, they're using a lot of their opinions on things. So I don't, but we do need them because they keep us righteous. They don't keep me righteous. They don't keep me righteous because I keep myself righteous.
I think the thing with Mick West is that he's the guy that if he turned around and said, look, I have no fucking explanation for this, that's when it means something.
That's what you want them to hear. That's what you want to hear them say.
But I think he's honest enough. I think he's honest enough for that. I think if something was to pop up that was like unquestionably legit, he would be the one that goes, yeah, well, this is fucking clearly something crazy.
And that would be great. Because then us on our side of the coin and them on their side of the coin, we're all joined forces and we can agree on something.
I still find it wild that he managed to get himself on Rogan, to be perfectly honest, Mick West. Ollie's muted his mic.
He's probably got connections, though.
Has he not been on twice on Rogan?
Maybe he's been on twice. I can't remember. I know he's been on once, and then he kind of blew his sort of. I think the word, I was going to say credibility to an extent. The worst thing he's done, and I think the stupidest debunk he's done, was the flock of birds. The bird for the go fast. That even if that's not anything interesting, it still seems fucking stupid.
I have had a couple of back and forths with Mick West on Twitter, and then we've started messaging, and we've messaged each other now on Twitter. I've asked him on a couple of times, and he's politely declined for now, but said he definitely will in the future. He's just been very busy, so I think we may get him on because
that'd be nice. I'd love to be on that show.
Mick's been subscribed to the channel, I think, for way before I even was live. I actually didn't know who he was until he started to comment on some of the debunks I'd done many years ago, and then I realized, holy shit, This is the guy that everybody's talking about. But I'm going to bring up your footage, Hidden. Well, not your footage, but the Russian UFO being shot down. But before I do that, because I do want to promote mine and Lee's brand new show, which is a completely brand new YouTube channel. So any gamers in the house, tomorrow night live on YouTube. The link is in the description below, and I have put it in the chat. Me and Lee will be discussing gaming, and the first show is about the brand new Steam Deck. If anybody's a gamer, both me and Lee have one. Lee made me buy one because he made me jealous.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of Alien Addict and Must See style, but with about something that we can actually prove exists, which is computer games.
So something you can prove exists, like unlike UFOs, and unlike if you were listening to Must See Audio, you won't want to feel like hanging yourself because of like the overlords after it.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be different. Yeah. Alien Addict's not going anywhere. Must See's not going anywhere. It's just a little project. We both
side bitch.
We're both dads that like to game now and again, and we just want to talk about it. So there you go. It's just a side thing, a little hustle. So people, go give us some love. 9 o'clock tomorrow night, GMT, 4 p.m. Eastern. Go check it out.
Anyone's thinking about getting a Steam Deck as well, that it'd be a good show, because I've had one now for about a year. You've had one for 6 months. So if anyone's on the fence of getting one, it's probably going to be a good show for you.
My hand started hurting again. I feel like a teenager again from the Steam Deck.
Oh, no. They're comfortable for me. All that tomorrow. Anyway, carry on.
Right. Hidden. So I'm going to bring your video up. So don't copyright strike me.
No, I never would.
No, you wouldn't. I'm kidding.
Just do it for a laugh.
Become Scott C. Waring the second.
Oh, God.
I'm playing. Me and Scott are friends, so
me and Scott aren't friends. He nearly took my channel out in one swift punch. He literally copyright strikes me twice in one day. I was just waiting for the third one, but it didn't come. Over a fucking hamster as well.
A hamster?
Yeah, a hamster on Mars. Yeah.
He's colored rocks.
Right.
Maybe that was the thing that was crawling over the back of the SpaceX rocket when the car went in.
The little mouse. God, if I ever spoke to Elon Musk, which will never happen, I would have to ask him about that little mouse. And thank you so much, Heather Birdie. You're the best, and I appreciate the love there.
Thank you, Birdie. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to all of you.
Yes, Happy New Year's indeed. Right, let's bring it up. For anybody who hasn't seen this, Hidden, do you want to introduce this?
Yeah, this was an update, because when the story first broke with it, I put it out on my community tab for you guys to check it out, because it was a bold claim. So, and reading the article, it was just, but then later on the night, because I knew there had to be footage out there, I searched around and I found 3 pieces of footage. So this is the footage that I found. But we're going to discuss the article afterwards, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, I just wanted to give you a real quick update on the story that just broke a few hours ago about the Russians, that they have claimed that they have shot down a UFO. This event took place on January the 3rd, 2023. And man, it's a pretty wild claim. But the reason why I wanted to give you the update is because I came across some footage. Now, the footage that you're about to see, it's 3 different angles. So, guys, let's take a look at the footage and we'll just have a quick chat afterwards.
Смотри, еще одна пошла. Взорвалась.
So, guys, here's what I know about this story. Again, like I said before, this allegedly took place on January the 3rd, 2023. And this footage is what they're saying the event is from. Now, what we can see in the footage is some sort of rocket or missile being fired into the sky. And then we can see it hit an object, to which this object just burns out. Now, although they are reporting it as a UFO, we have to take the UFO acronym literally, that it is an unidentified flying object. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an alien craft. It could also mean that it's some sort of object that they haven't identified. It could be a drone. It could be many things. But guys, here's the footage. Here's the update. And I hope you enjoy. So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe. Interesting. I think Ollie's still might mute. I mean,
I said it's interesting.
The only thing I get with it is we don't see anything. The amount of people that are on fucking line that think that the light is the UFO.
Yeah, that's the missile.
So, Jesus fuck. So
wouldn't that be something though?
The first thing I thought from the first video, which is obviously the lady that's in her house that's filming it, that was clearly the second, or at least the second missile, because otherwise there was no reason for her to be filming that in that direction, because she's waiting for something to happen when she's filming where the missile, rocket, whatever it is. Don't fucking flame me for not knowing my fucking artillery. But there's nothing there. Yeah, even when it approaches something, it's not even like the light of the rocket illuminates anything. And I find that very strange. If it's hit something, you would think if it was something big enough to be firing rockets at, it would have illuminated something.
Yeah, there wasn't a big explosion or anything, was there? There was literally just
So this makes me wonder whether I don't know what this would be for, and we would need somebody that is much more clued up on military technology than I am.
It would have been nice if our CIA Dave had come on.
Is there some reason why it would be self-detonating?
Well, that's the question, but it was air to ground missiles. You are correct. They were using their air defense system.
Yeah.
So there were other things up there, but what I'm piecing together from the article is that this object was avoiding it.
But maybe, but there's only the video of that one exploding rocket.
No, well,
Well, we've got three
with different angles.
three videos of the one thing.
And see, when it explodes, it looks like, is that the rocket or is that hitting something?
I think that's the rocket. I think that's that's the rocket when the explosion happens. Just because, I mean, for all intents and purposes,
Are we in agreement that it hit something though?
no, I don't know, because you can't.
You
see
think it just self-destructs in the sky?
Well, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a massive firework, and that's exactly if you think of it as a firework, which I know seems stupid, but for all intents and purposes, that's what a massive firework would look like if you just fired it in the air and detonated it.
I will say this: if anybody remembers the footage from the Challenger when that explodes, one of the rockets does that spirally thing and it leaves that in the air. This does the same thing.
Yeah, and that the thing with the Challenger as well is that, I mean, the Challenger did the spirally thing because it wasn't supposed to blow up.
No,
this job is to blow up. So I don't know,
because we said to Dave today, we were talking about his footage today, and we said, I think it was me, I said probably a drone, and Dave said they won't waste missiles on drones. I don't know.
See, I don't think it's a drone. Just from the only point of reference I got is from the article, and reading the article, I don't think it's a drone, because the guy who's telling the story, the Russian guy, he's the governor of this area. He's not, you get what I mean? He's not the taxi driver. He's not the bus driver. He's the governor. He's putting his neck out on the line saying, look, we shot a UFO. Now, again, we don't have to go and say, look, this is extraterrestrial. It is what it is. He's saying we shot an unidentified flying object. But his description of this thing was 1.5 miles in the sky. Yeah. It was round. He said it was round, circular like a ball. Now, the drones that they got out there, because this is a combat zone, basically. You get what I'm? Yeah. The drones that they got out there, have you seen the kamikaze drones? That they're not round, they're not circular.
Yeah, but I mean,
could it be a spy drone? A spy drone, but 1.5 miles up in the sky.
Could he be lying?
Could he be? Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's my thing, especially the last one. Like if the last one comes back on here, especially if we're talking about 1.5 miles wide ball in the sky,
no, it was 1 mile up. He didn't say it was wide.
Oh, right, okay.
If it was 1.5 miles, you would have seen it.
That's right.
You would have seen it on approach.
Yeah. But I just look at that. I mean, that's nighttime. So that light is lighting up that city like daylight there as that's going up. You know, that's so bright. And I know someone put in the comments, said, look to the light when it explodes and you see those two marks, but I think that's just lens flare from the initial flash of the explosion. I just can't help think. See, if it hits something, if it hit a craft, for instance, let's just say that, even if it was just a like a fighter jet or something like that. I mean, let's be honest here. If it was if it was Ukrainian or like Ukrainian adjacent allies, whatever the fuck's going on over there, and they'd shot down a plane or something over Russia, that would be all over the news. Like, it would be all over British news, as in, like, you know, it would be whichever way it was, whoever was the good guy. For the Russians, it would be invading aircraft blown up. For the Ukrainian side and our media, it would be like excess of Russian force over for like reconnaissance vehicle or something like that. You know, there would be media spin to it. I find it odd that this hasn't hasn't been picked up by anything, which might lead more to the UFO story.
Well, what do you mean it hasn't been picked up? Because it is being picked up. What do you mean mainstream media ain't picking it up?
Do you mean you want to see what the Russian media are saying about this?
No, I mean mainstream media, because don't get me wrong, I don't fucking trust mainstream media for a second. But at the moment, they absolutely love the Russia and Ukraine thing. That is their jam.
No, they absolutely love the Ukraine.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
It's a one-sided information stream.
Absolutely. So
and it's a massive psyop. So they're not gonna say anything.
I think if Russia was to shoot down like an allied thing or something like that, I'm sure they could find some
if anything was made to portray them in a bad light, but you got to look at the article that broke this. This is a mainstream newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Newsweek isn't like, you know what I mean, some guy on the internet.
No, I know Newsweek's it's a reasonable like online publication, but the I just find there's something weird about it. I don't know what to think. Maybe it was a missile test. Maybe it was a missile test that they're using to cover up. Say we shot down a UFO, but actually what they were doing was a missile test.
It could. There's many things.
I just wish we could see something. Do you know what I mean? I just wish.
You want the smoking gun?
Because when I saw the story of the like Russia shoots down UFO, at first I thought, hang on, and then when I went to look at like the video of it, I thought, oh fuck, well, you don't fucking see anything. The only interesting thing is those two is the flashes, which I think might be video. Is it?
Well, off of this main what?
When it goes up just before it explodes, it's sort of like it seems to pulse left and pulse right.
Isn't that it? Don't you think that could be the camera? Because that's my first initial.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's camera.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just look at this. Now, this is probably just an image artifact.
I don't think so.
But sometime with image artifacts, though, you get the image artifact from light. Am I right by saying that? You do get that from light. So I noticed something when this was playing. So I'm going to bring this up because in full screen, because I've just spotted it now. So watch when it hits, and just watch when it starts spiraling off. Something flies out to, if you're looking at this on screen now, to your left.
Oops.
Something moves out to the left, like flies off, and it's got image artifacts all over it.
What, the bit up the
Did
top?
you see that then? Right then.
No.
Watch. Right at the end now. So see it come off there?
No.
I'll slow it down a bit more.
So
can you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
Man, just let me drag this down onto my laptop screen, because my laptop screen is better than the monitor I have, which I look at your lovely faces with.
I'm going to slow it down.
Go on, hit me.
Right. So watch. So see the circle there. Something comes out of that and comes across here and disappears. It is an image artifact, but I believe that's from actual light that does that. So now see it?
I saw a little. Yeah,
I can't see.
Saw it. It's very minute.
Yeah,
it's because you told us where to look.
It's literally. I've had to slow it right down. It's there.
I didn't even see that
right now.
No,
It's gonna come out here.
I mean, the top and bottom is it's, at the end of the day, something blew up. Do you know what I mean? Even if
There.
even if there's, I
you see
didn't
it?
see, nope. I don't know. Maybe it's I've got a 1080p
Now-
monitor. No,
Are people seeing this in the chat? Am I just
It's
talking?
very faint. It's very faint.
Hidden. If you put that into your editing software and slow that down, you'll and maybe zoom in. Something definitely does like.
That's good spotting because I never even noticed that. I did have it in my editing software.
Yeah, something definitely comes out of it.
An escape pod.
Oh yeah, all about that, mate. Be interested if you could see it in any of the other angles better, because that would clarify that there was definitely something. But
Now, some of the people in the chat can see it.
so people in the chat can see it. Yeah. So yeah, if you head on over to, and I'm going to put your video in the chat. So go heading over to Hidden Underbelly, and click on that video. Hidden is in the chat, but there's the video, people. You can check it out for yourselves, slow it down and all that jazz. But yeah, interesting. Something definitely does pop out of it. But it's in it. Oh, just a second. So I just want to see that there.
looks like a penis.
I want to see if the same thing happens. If you could see that on this. I think you do see it there. Something does twinkle. Could be just clutching it.
Aliens.
Because we
Clutching
want it.
it.
We want
Because I
it to
want
be
it. Because
so
I
real.
want it so badly. Yeah.
It must have been. It must have been small what they were firing at, though, for it not to have been lit up.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Is how bright that fucking thing was, and nothing was lit up.
When it
It's-
hit.
Well,
As
well,
someone just said, still interesting. It absolutely is still. It's still is interesting.
well, according to the governor, and he's the guy that reported this, he said it was a small-sized object in the shape of a ball that had been discovered flying in the wind at an altitude of around 1.5 miles high.
Is that the article that you're reading that you sent me?
Yeah.
That's
Because it's the best quote because he went on Telegram and put this all out. He probably thought that nobody else would see it. Man, somebody must have tipped off Newsweek to it. Because they've done a great write-up on it. I mean, I would have thought a man in his position would have been told, or no, not to say words like that.
Yeah.
Not even to say anything.
Excuse my naivety in this, and it really is. But I mean, how good are Newsweek at reporting stuff? Do we get any? How often have you looked at their?
Me personally, I don't. But with the UFO phenomena on the rise, yeah. I mean, you have magazine outlets like Popular Mechanic that do reports on UFOs. So it's not out of the realm for just like say a magazine like GQ to all of a sudden have an article about UFOs, because it is quite a hot topic, especially when the government and people start banging their drums about disclosure.
I mean, Hidden, I'll be honest, the whole reason before this video dropped, the thumbnail here and the title, UFOlogy, will our kids be looking at for the answers? The reason why I put that is I honestly think the subject is starting to take a massive dip. It went like that. It absolutely went like that. And Lee, you were there with me while that was happening, and we were talking about the reports and the Congress hearing and everything like that. And now, and I know this happens all the time in the UFO world. You know, this has happened for years, where you see these huge spikes and then these massive dips. But the dips are huge, and I think we're going to go through that massive dip now. Apart from this that has literally come out yesterday, so that kind of has shit all over this live stream, which I'm glad.
No, but I want to know how fast a rocket goes, a missile.
Look it up. It was a ground to air missile, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just looking for how fast they go, because that's in the air a good
your
10 seconds.
Truth seekers in there.
10-15 seconds before it hits anything. That also looks higher than a mile high. Like, because that looks that, I know it's difficult to tell this sort of thing. I get it, but it looks like commercial airline type height. That's 4 to 5 miles.
I just love the love that Cambion has for me. Thanks, mate. No, I know what you're saying, Lee. I know what you're saying. It doesn't look like what you'd expect a missile to look like, but I've never seen a missile fly over my face.
Yeah. No, but what I'm just going. I'm just looking at the fact that you can't see anything. Your man said it's a mile. It looks like it's higher than a
mile and a half.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would think that being the governor, he'd have an accurate read on how high it was.
See, from a distance, I'm gonna have to say from a distance, rockets and missiles do look like that, just a giant ball of light in the sky.
Yeah.
Where we're looking, where's this bit in this article, Hidden? If you could,
what you looking for?
The bit that you were going to read.
What I was about the information.
Yeah,
it's at the very top. They don't mince around.
Well, right here.
Yeah, no, keep going. Right at the top. No, keep up. You're going down. Yeah, right there. Just from there downwards.
So that's this bit here.
They didn't mince. They just dive straight into the story.
Will you two mind putting a dyslexic man out of his misery and taking us through the article?
Well, I can't pronounce the Russian names and the Russian.
Oh, just call him Bob.
All right. Well, we'll call him Vasily.
Vaseline, yeah.
Vaseline. Oh, sorry. Putin, don't send your squad for me, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't want to read the whole thing. It's just like.
No, just the bits that stuck out for you. The bit that you.
Well, the bit that stuck out for me was straight away when it says the governor of this town in Russia.
Yeah.
Wrote on Telegram that a small size object in the shape of a ball had been discovered flying, and they put in paragraph in the wind at an altitude of around 1.5 miles on January the 3rd. The object was spotted above the village of the Sultan, SALA, the region of bloody hell. The decision was taken. The decision. No, the decision was taken to liquidate it. And then he wrote, I urge everyone to remain calm. To ensure security, all forces and means are involved. The sky is covered with anti-aircraft defense. He added, without specifying what the object was. In his report, he commented to local news outlet, and this is where I got the footage from. He carried a headline saying UFO in the form of a ball was shot down in the sky. And then, do you want me to carry on?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that
There's been I don't know whether this is Newsweek or the original post, but I find it weird that somebody's fucked the words eliminate and liquidate up.
I think what they might have done is use the translator. Because the translator tends
Maybe
because he's not going to write it in English because he wrote it on a Russian telegram thing.
That concerns me about Newsweek as a source then, because that means if they're using Google Translate just to translate what people are saying, nobody's looked at that and gone, hang on a fucking second, that says liquidate. Like what are we doing? Are we fucking investigating this UFO for bank fraud? Are we blowing it up?
I mean, yeah, is it just a translated?
I just think
I don't know. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know. It's what I would do.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're not a journalist, you know.
As a journalist, I'm dyslexic. I am.
But if you're gonna be a journalist, get it fucking right. It's your fucking job.
You have one job to do. But no, I mean, coming from.
It's not the first thing, though, is it? Like, haven't we had reports from like Ukrainian, like a UFO blowing up fucking Russian tanks as well? There was something like that at the very beginning.
I remember something about that. Yeah,
that was a video a Ukrainian put up saying this big. I think he said it uncloaked and blew Russian tanks up. It was clearly nonsense. Like, in just this is the what do they say? You know, the first thing to die is the truth in the fog of war.
Wow, I like that. I've never heard that one. I like it.
But it's I just wish there was something.
Yeah, I mean that footage, it only really shows a missile. It doesn't show anything get shot out of the sky. That's the issue. That's where.
Well, can I say if it was alien tech? Yeah, let's just go down that route for 1 second.
We're not shooting down one of them rockets.
If it was alien tech, but how we're expecting it to act the way we would expect things to act. But if it's something alien, it might act differently.
I love the idea that it was the first encounter with friendly aliens, and they're going, "Oh, friends! They're sending us presents."
Yeah, I heard it was Christmas here.
I have a real problem with whenever they say that they have shot down UFOs.
I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. By the way, Steve,
why is it so funny? Why is it so funny the way he goes, last Friday?
He put a tweet out and he did say, for anybody that's what did he say? I can't remember.
I saw the tweet.
Yeah, I responded and said, you've got a good point, but you know, with big claims, you need to back it up, Jeremy. The problem I have with UFOs being shot out of the sky, especially when it comes to, old tech missiles, is if these things are as advanced as some of us make them out to be, if they've come from light years away on a ship that can travel vast distances at extreme speeds, dodging every fucking asteroid that's coming at it or whatever, space debris, cans of Coke, anything, this, I'm pretty sure that if they came to a planet they would be. It's not fucking Avatar, you know. We're not shooting bow and arrows at them things. If it was a bow and arrow, they wouldn't stand a chance. But missiles, I don't buy it.
Well, right, what are you
We
saying?
can't. I don't think we can shoot
right.
them out.
No, you're absolutely right. The because if we take what have we been given so far of the most credible story that we've been given about UFOs for fucking ages is Fraber's story, probably, yeah. So we've been on this channel and every other UFO channel talk about David Fraber's story. Going, oh my fucking god, these things like appeared and then appeared at the target he was going to in less than a second before he was even given the orders to go to. So like pre-fucking cognitive travel they've got on fucking human beings, and yet that thing didn't fucking move when a rocket was fired at it.
Yeah,
I mean, that even eliminates advanced human tech.
it does. It does. I don't. I think if they are aliens, and I'm not saying they are because I would be destroying my own channel with my words. But
you've been doing that for years.
I know. if these things are thousands of years, maybe millions of years ahead of us in tech, I guarantee we cannot shoot them out of the fucking sky.
Yeah, I mean that one looked like it was about 2.5 hours ahead of us
with a missile. But if it's something different that we don't understand and has lived here for many, many years and maybe isn't advanced tech and it's something completely different, if we're going to go down the alien route of this thing is alien to us, but maybe not, then maybe we can shoot it out of the sky with missiles. So I'm going to backtrack there. If it's something ancient, if it's something different that maybe isn't from another planet, we could possibly shoot it out of the sky with anything, because maybe whatever it is living. I don't know.
Or maybe them damn sneaky Russians just got lucky.
Or maybe they just did shoot a little tiny drone.
But I kind of agree with what Lee said there about cognitive. Can you say it for me?
Cognitive. This is I like.
No, like precognitive travel. Or that's not what they call it. I made that up.
Well, yeah, but not the travel bit. But there must be some sort of mind thing that they can use, because look at the stories of the UFOs turning off all the nuclear the nuclear things. They're not physically going there and doing it. They just fly over and it's done. Job done.
Yeah.
So there is some logic to what you're saying.
I'm so conflicted. I'm so conflicted by the whole thing now, because the as I've said on this show before, I think there's such a lack of like credible evidence now, apart from just fucking stories and word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and probably the most credible things are, like you say, about the like military stories of them turning like nukes off and stuff, because I mean no country would want that to even escape. You know, even if something funky hadn't have happened, can you imagine the stories coming out from like the like US, biggest fucking military power in the world, the superpower, and stories came out that their fucking missiles were turned off.
The thing is, we get these stories, and I really like that one about the nukes being turned off, because I think it's a nice thing for them to do. You know, we don't want nukes, get them turned off.
Yeah, that's one of the other things I think about it as well, because it's very quick, very quickly you can. It's like the Greer thing, isn't it? The Greer thing of the fucking space fucking angels that just want to fucking help us. They're just space brothers. It makes us feel safe because everyone remembers. I mean, depending on your upbringing, but the most people that have had a nice upbringing remember that feeling of security when you're a child that you have from your parents. So what people like Stephen Greer do, and like the nuke stories do, is they give the comfort of a parent to everybody in the world, because there's something there which doesn't want to interfere with us.
Yeah.
But they'll look after us if something bad happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. There's something going on, because you remember again in Russia when that meteor came and nobody saw it coming. Do you remember
Oh
that?
God,
one?
yeah, that
Years back?
was crazy.
Did you ever watch the footage where it looks like something flew in and broke it up and shot off again, like a little orb?
I think I did see that.
Yeah. Wild. Because I believe there's one as well where you see a beam shoot the tip of it as well. Or if I added that in my fucking memory hole.
I just remember it looks like it flew into it, broke it up, and flew out.
Yeah.
I don't remember a beam, but that was before I was doing my channel. So because I would have loved to have had that on my channel.
Yeah, that was some crazy crazy times and crazy footage. That took so many windows out for like miles, that thing, when it hit. I don't think anybody got hurt. Like seriously hurt. I don't think anybody was killed.
And they actually did retrieve the meteorite as well.
They did.
Oh, sorry, the meteorite. Sorry, I was thinking about the video of there's a video of a rocket that seems to be zapped and blows up.
Oh no, the meteorite.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, I didn't see the UFO in the meteorite.
Was that from Sector 52?
No. It was like the fucking cold dark days of the internet before ufology was destroyed by people. When everything was wild and free.
Did you find your TikTok history, by the way, Lee?
No, I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know how to look at it.
But I want you to bring the Nephilim up.
Yeah, I'm keeping it for Musty Audio. I'm keeping it in the pocket.
Yeah, you know where it is, don't you? You know where it is.
I know. I am gonna have to search for it. I can't just bring it up. Right, I will for Musty Audio.
It's fine. I don't think they believe in giants on here. Stephen Gray's a bit of a giant, though, to be fair. He's just been on Project Unity tonight, I believe. It was a live show. Well, it's a pre-recorded, but it was live. Decent interview. Yeah, again, I'm going to double down on that. Any UFOs that have been claimed to have been shot down, I don't know how we're doing it. You know, unless we've got hold of their tech, that's the only way I could think that we could do it. I don't think we could do it with. Look at the Battle of Los Angeles. If that was a alien craft, they were shooting that thing for was it hours? I believe it was hours, and there was like so much damage done from the actual pieces of the cartridges coming out of the sky because they went through that many rounds. So, and if that was a extraterrestrial craft, I don't think nothing got shot down.
But it looked like they were hitting it though.
Well, they probably do hit it, but I mean, look at Terminator. You can shoot him all you like with normal bullets. But I think he'll be back.
I think the Battle of Los Angeles though is probably a better, more because there was something that happened with the negative. I remember watching a program about it, and something happened with the negative. Like they gave him back the wrong negative.
Oh, that old chestnut.
I forgot how it went. But to me, it's a very interesting story because this was reported. First, it was reported by the Navy. They spotted it coming in.
Mhm.
And then at first they thought it was a Zeppelin.
You know, when we get these, you hear all these claims on these UFO documentaries, of they shut the nukes down. They shut the nukes down. I don't believe we've ever heard that from any real credible military person. We've heard it on documentaries from people being interviewed, but it's never been on any sort of mainstream news. Not that I would believe mainstream news these days, but who knows? Those stories that we hear could just be
Old wives' tales.
yeah, they could just be things that have gone on over time to make people's films, to make people's documentaries. I've become so skeptical because of this subject. Because
Isn't that kind of why Lou left?
I think Lou left. Oh, which Lou? Because I've got if Lou Alexander. I think he left because his job was done.
No, the other Lou from on the celebrity one, unreviewed celebrity or something like that.
That is the oddest thing.
I think something happened there.
Yeah,
like genuinely, like, and it's in a proper conspiracy. I would fucking like love to speak to him about that.
I'm gonna have to invite him on again.
Well, I know he's still putting videos out.
I would just want to speak to him in private about it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, even if he didn't want to come on the show, I don't
think he would. I don't think he'd explain what happened because he's not explained it on any other show.
Yeah,
but
I've sorry to butt in, but I've said this a couple of times. I know I said it last time. Just for a split second, right? Appreciate how fucking crazy that must have been. Like you say, he was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar, I believe, wasn't he?
He was
when he met Lou. but genuinely, like you're just going about your day job there, and that was much funnier. And I should have fucking give that more chance because that would have been much funnier given some time. But you're working away, and next thing is Lou Elizondo, the absolute hot ticket in fucking UFOs, walks in and says, "I want to speak to you." How fucking crazy would that be?
I don't think it worked like that. I think I think how it worked was Lou saw that Lou had come in with a team of people.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Holy shit, I know that guy."
Yeah.
And he walked over to the table.
Still
said, "This is my table."
Wild.
Still wild.
Yeah.
Wild coincidence.
So you just when you look at the fucking people that he had access to over a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say he took all the videos down?
So the videos are gone.
Yeah.
Whether I believe he's probably put them on private.
You'd like to think at least they're backed up.
It keep the history. I would hope so. I hope if you, I mean, despite what some of my audience might say about Lou, I think he had an incredible channel.
Yeah, I do. I think so too.
I like Lou. I think,
and he's a nice guy too.
Yeah.
I must say, like, I think, like, now going forward, I'd like to see him come back on this channel and speak to you, because I can't help feel, especially after speaking to Only Be Squidding as well for the other times he's been on too, that I feel like I went back and watched your interview with Lou, and because of, well, let's say, fucking
let's
YouTube
face it.
politics.
We wanted Rich and Lou to speak.
Yeah.
It was a bit of drama, and
yeah.
Do you know what?
He came into a hostile fucking room, and it probably wasn't fair on him. And to be fair, more power to him for actually doing it.
Yeah. Completely agree. But again, going back to that, I think did did me and you, Dave, speak about it offline, or did we speak about it on your last show? I can't remember, but
I think we've spoke about it. We've
oh
spoke
no,
about
you and
Muscle
Dave
Audio.
were speaking. I was listening to you and
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
speak about it.
But I think we've spoke about it before, but it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on, at least,
It's
hasn't
the
it? So,
oddest thing. It's the oddest thing to go from having all these, and let's face it, these big UFO celebrities, and pardon the pun, but the unidentified celebrity view, great name. At first, I was a bit unsure about it, but actually, you know what? He did have all the UFO celebrities coming on his show, and to just decide, you know what? I can't deal with this shit anymore. Enough's enough. I'm going to pack that in. I'm going to change the channel name to Lou Reviews. Not that there's anything wrong with that whatsoever. Nothing wrong with doing a gaming channel, review channel. That's time to plug it. Me and Lee are doing that tomorrow. The link is in the description, people. But that's a brand new channel, nothing to do with aliens. And me and Lee are going to be talking about gaming.
Same time as this would be on as well, isn't it? Yeah.
It's 9 tomorrow, an hour earlier. Yeah,
right.
Unless you want to change it. But yeah, back to Lou. He's gone and changed a alien UFO channel into a gaming movie review channel, and I hope it works for him. But you don't do that as a YouTuber. You just create a new channel and say, this is what I'm doing. So I know he already had a good following of people, and I hope those people do stick with him. But to throw all that away because it got a little bit weird with the whole Lou thing, that with the Lou Elizondo, and if it was just over a falling out and maybe some trolls, I don't believe that. I believe I tend to think like you, Lee. Something gave him the willies.
I think people are being used. I think people like for and maybe he was the prime example. Who was the guy that was
Tom DeLonghi.
No, the US the army guy that was feeding UFO stuff to people years ago.
Oh God.
Really famous story, isn't it?
I'm shit with names.
Basically sent somebody crazy, didn't he? You know, by making them thinking they were speaking to aliens, and they were they were over here in the the base that was close. You know, we know stuff like Project Mockingbird, for instance. These are real things. You know, like to use the media to sway people. I don't know what the use for is doing it in like the UFO community, but let's not kid ourselves that this is just something that would happen in UFO stuff. The amount of distractions that are out there, you know, it's you could almost go and say like, what? How much of entertainment is a psyop, essentially? How much of entertainment is there just to direct people out of the way? You know, you look at like Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell goes to court. Her trial's happening. All of a sudden, what? The build-up was there, but it coincides with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. What a fucking coincidence that was. So all the media can be focused on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. You know, we've had our curiosity weaponized. And this is sorry, it barely worked. I don't think it has to be necessarily just because of the UFO stuff. I think there could be people that are getting
there you
involved.
Go, mate. Truth seekers.
Good, man. Cheers, man. There could be people getting involved in all sorts of things, from UFOs to politics to other conspiracies, just to muddy the waters, of people that want to look at things. I think that's what Lou's job is. Not Lou Celebrity Review, Lou Elizondo. And Lou Celebrity Review was a good vehicle to do that with.
You think Lou came in, did his job, did it well, fucked off?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because the whole Lou train's gone a little bit quiet.
Was it on Lou? I think he'll be back. But was it on?
Oh yeah,
Lou
he will.
Celebrity Review. Was it on Celebrity Review where the Lou and the other guy that was supposed to be on the feed as well were in the same place and they pretended they weren't? You know what I mean?
It was on Celebrity Views where Squidding asked him about the soccer accounts.
No, which one was the one where there was one where Lou Elizondo and somebody else were on a podcast together?
Oh my God, there's been so many people have interviewed Lou Elizondo, not me.
There was one where him and this other guy were supposed to be in a different place, and then at one point Lou went to the toilet, and you could see him scurrying out the back behind the other guy. They were in the same room.
Oh really?
Somebody said that was on Toe.
All right. Okay. Cool.
It was what?
The Theory of Everything channel.
Right.
I quite like that podcast. I was listening to their Stephen Greer interview today.
Yeah, he was quite ruthless with Greer. Well, he actually weren't. He was fair.
No, he was really good, especially when he kept saying, "No, we understand physics."
I saw that. I saw that. You could tell he was pissing off Greer.
Yeah.
Because what did he say? He said he dropped the quote on him. He said he went down and he said, and stupid people just name drop, because the other guy was just name dropping people to Greer.
Yeah.
you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
I laughed when Greer did that. I thought that was funny.
He did a good interview, that guy. He's a psychopath though, because there's nothing in his kitchen.
Which one?
The host of that show. If you look at his kitchen behind him, there's nothing there. It's like he doesn't even live in his flat.
It's a green screen.
No, it's his flat.
No, it's not. It's green screen.
Is it? Are you sure? I don't think it's green screen.
He's doing a bait from American Psycho, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just watch
Either that or just other people are a little bit more professional than me in my living room with nothing behind me other than a couch. Yours looks good though, Lee, and yours hidden.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
I
mean, you're definitely not a psychopath, Lee, because you've got a fish tank.
Got a fish tank. It's where I keep eyes of dead children.
That's bad. Sorry.
But yeah, I think he did his job. He went in there, did it well, and buggered off. And I would Lou's channel be what it was having not had Lou on? Probably not.
He wouldn't have had your man from Skinwalker Ranch, the owner. That was massive.
But to break a channel like that,
well,
it saddens me. It saddens me.
I don't know. I don't know if he just became disillusioned, because I did catch some of his last video where he said, "Look, guys, there's no such things as UFOs." Yeah,
I remember seeing.
But with you guys saying,
he said it's not what you think it is. It almost like he knew some sort of information. I mean, I'd love to know if he does. But it seems like Lou, I'm a celebrity Lou. It's kind of come to the same conclusion as me and Lee. But I think he's possibly been told, or had some information that to back it up to what it might be. I don't know.
And it all stems from inner Earth.
Maybe, mate.
I don't. If there is something out there, I don't believe they're jumping in shiny metal ships and traveling billions of light years here.
See,
Only to get shut down.
I think that's the problem with this all, because doing what I do, I've realized there's a lot of different things out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I feel is that too many people are like trying to say, well, it's coming from space. I think we got to look at different angles on this. And
I think you're right. Yeah. But there could be some sort of unified field theory for paranormal activity, I think. If there was an interdimensional aspect to it, let's say, like however reality is structured, and whether like we live with various dimensions that are all either existing in the same space or squished on top of each other, and there's various parts in our realm where it's thinner, and so things happen, or so even certain times of night, there's definitely that thing, the whole thing of like the 3 o'clock in the morning thing.
Yeah.
If you're wandering around your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, that feels a lot fucking different to 12 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Is that just because it's dark and we're a little bit?
No, because it's dark.
It's something to do with evolution.
It's dark at midnight. It's dark at 5. There is a time where things just feel a bit weirder.
Iffy.
Yeah. Almost still a bit dreamlike, I always think of it as being. I think that could, I mean, all these things could be different things, don't get me wrong, Hidden, but I think that for me makes the most sense for what these things might be.
But that is
thinning.
But I think, see, now I agree with you, but I think that's one aspect of it.
Mm.
You get what because I know I joke, but I do buy into Inner Earth. I do buy into it because I also I believe that the core isn't what they're telling it is. I believe it's solid. I don't believe it's a liquid thing. I think there's something in Earth, and I think my reasons being this is when they tried to drill that deep hole. Forget all the screams and all that. I don't know if you ever saw that video with the deepest hole. They call it the gate to hell or whatever it's called. But forget all that. But the whole story about the drilling of it, they could only go so far down, and every drill bit that they were putting on after that, it was hitting something, and it was mashing up the drill bit. They couldn't go no further. Now, if you're hitting liquid, and if it's molten liquid, then fair enough, your drill bit would melt. But they couldn't go no further. They were hitting something. And that's crazy. That's the engineers telling that story. That's the people that were there were telling you.
How far is it we've been down?
Was it so many miles? I'm not 100%
8
sure.
miles.
8 miles, yeah.
8 miles deep that hole is. Yeah.
So that's why I keep on saying when I have these discussions that there are many things to look at other than just looking at the skies and saying, yeah, they're visiting us from other universe, other galaxies, or other universes if you believe in a multiverse. But there could be things right here on Earth. Like look at again in Russia. Look at that famous lake, and look at the story about when they went into the lake. I don't know why they went into this lake, but they went into the lake and they were confronted by these beings. And I think a few of them died because they went to touch him and they did some sort of shockwave on him. Do you know this story?
No.
Lake, does anybody in the chat know? Because I know you guys are pretty savvy. It's a lake out in Russia. I can't remember the name of it. But they did encounter these beings, and they even drew the ones that did survive. They drew the beings that they saw.
I'm not aware of this one.
Yeah, if somebody in the chat will say it.
So what were the beings like?
Oh, they look like they looked kind of like
David Wilcock.
yeah, exactly. No, they look kind of like you remember it's very similar, but not exactly like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
All right, so like
Because
mermaid.
they're aquatic creatures. They live in this lake.
Is that, what's that film where they get one of those things and this girl falls in love with it? It's
Oh,
a great
Get Fucked,
film.
yeah. The
There
they've
it
got-
is.
yeah,
There
yeah.
it is. Thank you, UFO chick. UFO chick's got it. If you look in the chat, thank you
I've got
so much.
the
UFO chick. I need to get you on at some point. There we go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can always remember stories, but names of places and things it
Oh.
does me. It does me. I'm an old man.
I'm not old. I'm just stupid.
I can't find.
I am quite old.
I found a load
43
of
now.
pictures. I found pictures of the alien lads. Right. Oh
What
yeah,
is
it was on Quest as well. There was something about with Nick Redfern talking about it. Declassified military files released from the USSR.
Oh, share it, Lee. Share it. I want to see these little
I was
aliens.
just going to read it. Sorry.
Did they have some sort of helmet on them?
Yes, they do. They do have a helmet.
Oh, I think I do remember this. Were they spiky helmets?
I don't think so. I think they were more rounded, like
Wrong alien.
like a long tube. There's so many aliens out there. We forgive you.
Different types.
It's like let's say while he's getting it up, let's take this one for example.
Beg your pardon?
Can't read that, can you? No, it looks awful on that screen.
I can.
Can I make that better?
I can make it big. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make the right now?
It
looks like written alien on my
I
screen.
can't read it though, but I can't read anyway.
Declassified military files released from the USSR after its fall detail one of the oddest and nastiest UFO encounters of all time in 1982, the year of my birth. Far under the water of Lake, strange Russian word, seven Russian divers were exploring the world's deepest freshwater lake on a research mission. But deep underwater, they ran into to a squad of strange humanoid creatures with what would be described as biotech-based equipment, technology grown. Wow. Sadly, the curious divers, they attempted to net one of the beings to take it back to the camp, as you do.
And eat it.
Yeah, and barbecue the fucker. All of the divers were expelled back to the surface within seconds with a defensive sharp energy shield. The three scientists dying from the bends.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So they actually tried to get rid of them, and because they
hang about. It's Nick Pope that's reported it, is it?
He's on the Quest thing. Apparently this was a declassified file, declassified Russian thing.
Nick Pope reminds me of the vampire from Interview with the Vampire. The old bloke.
Just who are these identities, and what lessons can we learn from the Kremlin secret UFO files?
Stay away from them.
Now are closed again to the West, of course, by Putin. So there you go. Apparently it was something that was there, and now it's not a thing anymore. We're not allowed to look at it, but apparently they are your fellas.
Look at them. They look like they've got
they look like jellyfish.
A jellyfish on the head, yeah.
Can't help. Well, they look like reptilians with jellyfish on their head, which makes me think that someone has stuck two UFO stories together to make one.
Could I just
interesting though, isn't it?
Could I just interrupt real quick? Real sorry about this, because I just want to answer Wyatt Earp. I just want you to understand Wyatt. My job is to report these things. That is the sole purpose of what I do. Okay? So you can ask me questions. I don't care.
Well, I
I'm
think
sorry because
if you
no, the reason why I'm being so flippant is because I saw what he wrote. He's come from another channel that he's had beef with, and I feel you're trying to draw me into beef because I saw what you wrote earlier to that other guy. And please don't come over here and do this here. This ain't the place, man. This ain't the place. I had
don't know
more
what he
respect
said.
for you. I had more respect for you, and I think you're a better person than coming over here and bringing beef from other channels because I'm here. Okay, so fix up, man. Fix up.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but you've got a great tash. I do like a good
I don't think
mustache.
it's actually Wyatt Earp.
That's
I don't
all.
think Wyatt
And
Earp
and
hit high
and I
five.
just want you to know, Wyatt, whatever's gone on the other channel, that's between you and them. That's nothing to do with me. So
Which is the other channel?
Don't call me a lackey.
Which is the other channel?
And that's that. Job done, mate.
Which is the other channel?
It's this
Start a war.
Nah, it's just
Let's get some drama going.
Nah, words were exchanged between the person who runs the channel and Wyatt, and I don't know the ins and outs of it, and to be honest, I don't really care because you know me, I ain't into the drama. I just want to do my thing.
But I mean, you report what you do, Hidden, is the footage comes out, you reported it. You do say in that video, I have no idea what this is. So,
Yeah.
and
well, it's not.
If I was a UFO reporting channel, which I'm not, I'm just a drama channel of UFOs. I would put that out immediately.
Exactly.
And
that's what I do.
And if I do find out where it crashed, then I'll do
that will be another update. Exactly. This is how it goes. So, I mean, I do question things. This is why I don't post every day.
You've adapted over the years. You've changed so much, like a chameleon.
Well, you have to. I feel that I don't want to waste my viewers' times. So I've got to try and do something. I always say, I know it sounds cliche, but I've always maintained this, that the money is secondary. Of course, I need money because it's a job for me, but the money has always been secondary. What is more important to me is the time that these people, my viewers, my subscribers, they take to comment, they take to watch the videos. That means more to me than any money in the bank, because that shows that I'm doing something right here, and I want to keep that going. And guys, if ever I'm wrong, I think you guys know I will put a video out and say, look, guys, I'm real sorry, I got this wrong. So
no, mate. To be fair, it was a good report. There was nothing to report on where whatever it got shot down, where it landed. Have you been looking today? Do we have anything on?
Yeah, I've been. Well, on any more on the Russian?
Probably, pop that up, Ollie.
Which one? Sorry.
No worries, man. Look, me and you are always going to be safe. That's all I wanted to tell you. That's all I wanted to say is that I never expected you to be. Why? I'm just going to stay out. I'll just say this quick. I didn't expect you to be saying that I'm a lackey and all that, because I'm not. I'm a friend, and that's all I'm going to be. Whatever. No one tells me who I can and can't speak to. I'm not like that. I'm my own boss, and she knows this. And me and you are safe. I ain't had a problem with you. You have never had a problem with me. I like it. But I just didn't see the call for you and the other guy to come over here and cause beef on another man's channel. It's not fair. That ain't right. And that's that. But me and you, cool, Wyatt. I still want you to come up and tell your stories when you get better. I still want you to come up and tell your CIA stories, because this guy's he's been to Area 51 and all this.
I'm just seeing if I can do the whole Wyatt Earp thing. I can almost get.
Am I right?
There we go. There you go. Nice to say sorry. There's not enough sorry in ufology. There we go.
Thank you. Much love, though. Much love.
Is that what you want me to bring up, Lee, or was it something else?
That's it.
With the apology. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm done.
Don't be done. Don't be done. We aren't done yet for another half an hour.
No, I mean about all that.
No, I know.
Call him a prick. We want the drama.
Nah.
Yeah. I was. I'll be honest with you. I got a little bit. The nipples just started to get slightly hard. Then.
Nah, you know me, man. I'll stay away from the drama. I don't. It's just that I felt a bit upset. That's why. See, if I would love the drama, I would have got in the middle of it when it was going on. Well, I saw it going down, and I didn't say a word.
Why do you think there is so much drama? And don't say because of me in the UFO field. I mean, because somebody's just kind of reports on UFOs. Why do you think everybody gets the knickers in a twist so much?
It's not that. What I think it is, I think there's two levels here. I think there's a lot of egos going on, and I think a lot of people suffer from the sins of the past. You know, like
I love you too, Stephen. Thanks. A lot of people suffer from the sins from the past. You mean? Thank you so much, Moonlit.
I'm going to say myself. I'm not going to call any other channels out, but I'm just going to say myself that we suffer from the sins of the past. And like, say, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I think I told you the story. I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. I was out there and I saw a video. I put it out. And about 6 months into the concept of the channel, and it was working, a subscriber wrote to me and said, look, you're doing something here. But what you're doing by putting crap out like this, it's just you're shooting yourself in the foot. And it was something. It's not his exact words, but his exact words made me sit back and think about it. And I even talked to my missus, and I said, you know, I could do a better job than what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Hidden. I wouldn't have you on if I thought you was one of them. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Thank you.
I like the way you report stuff, and I've seen you on numerous occasions put an after show out of a UFO to say what it is when you found out. Mm-hmm. So that I have all the respect for in the world. I think that's how channels should do it.
That's it. But I can't go out there and school them. They can only learn, they can only learn by if all of us start doing this. Once we find out what it is, just go out there and tell it.
We're never going to find out what it is.
But sometimes we do. Like sometimes we found out that what we're looking at is either.
I thought you talking about the phenomenon in general.
I think we're going to be very shocked because I think we're going to find out a lot of different things, like what Lee touched on, the interdimensional aspect of it. I mean, I believe that. I believe that, and I'm more 100% believe that because of CERN's, because you know that CERN, they had a camera built to take pictures of interdimensional beings.
Yeah, I think regardless of what the outcome is, I feel we'll have some sort of closure with it. It might not be the outcome we fucking want, and it might not be a good outcome, but I do think there is. We will have some closure for the time we've spent doing these things.
Can I say something to Steve Cambion? I'll just call you True Seeker because I don't think we're that friendly yet. But I have been called that as well. I've been called a scammer because I'm in that kind of field, and the field that I'm in is open for scamming because there's a certain channel out there, and he still does it. He puts out videos that are older than what he's saying. And he changes the locations. And there's people out there that are watching our channels. I mean, proper people. I mean, everybody's proper, but I mean, like,
genuinely, I'm not doing this just for drama. What channel is it?
I don't want to say.
I think it would help people.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I don't want to say.
Add a little bit of drama.
I'll say this. If I was to name the guy, then it would look like I'm trying to sway people not to watch his shit. I think the best thing to do is watch his shit and then realize, hold up.
Do I know
Guys,
that?
wrong.
90% of people won't know that. It's like, no, it's 90% of people will just see something. It's
Oh,
yeah,
God. Yeah,
we'll go with the third phase thing. Yeah, it's you look at the like I was fucking amazed by that first part of the documentary, especially that came out about them. You know, when it was, they were pretending to be somewhere. Was it with the Philippines? And they were fucking 10 minutes down from their fucking house. And it's just fucking, I mean, hilarious. Like it is fucking hilarious.
I think it's brilliant.
So like I think it helps people knowing that stuff, because it keeps people. I don't know who's credible and who isn't.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I know.
but
I know.
Yeah, but if you can find if you find out, then you go, okay, maybe I'll fucking steer clear of that.
I mean, I had a kind of, I would say, a decent relationship that was friends with Third Face of the Moon. Got a Christmas card once a year. Got a Happy New Year. Didn't get one this year. I don't know why. I have no idea why. You know, but there comes a time where you just think, and I'll be honest with you, and Steve is in the chat, I wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have even. I'd have just done the tweets and just shared the video out. But when I had the email off, and I've forgotten his name, but did a great job on the first debunk, the guy was quite upset, and I think he was scared about the strikes, the copyright strike, and the fact that his channel got taken out over it. I didn't know if he got taken out of a copyright strike from Blake and Brent. I don't deal well with copyright strikes because I think it's a fucking pussy thing to do for another channel to do. It's
if you're supposed
it's
to be
a
a
way
news channel.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
like
way. If you don't like what someone's doing, I'll just strike it.
No, but the funny thing is, if we took a video of, I mean, we complain about the mainstream media an awful lot, and rightly so. But if we took a clip of the BBC and put that up on this channel and talked about it, we'd be absolutely fine, and it would be completely fair use, and we would carry on with the show as it is. So if a channel like that is pretending to be a news outlet of such, then they should stick to the same sort of journalistic practices, where if someone wants to critique your work, they should be fucking more than welcome to do it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, because I have a philosophy. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but you're only as good as your last bad video. Oh, I'm glad you get it, because I said that to somebody and they said, "What do you mean?"
Absolutely. And the other thing is as well is that if you put, like, I mean, fuck me, Ollie you must be the same with all you've done. I don't know how many videos you put out for Hidden. I know it's a lot, but like when you're talking about, I mean, between all of us, we've put like thousands of hours of content out there. And you have to fucking have the balls to live and die by what you put out.
Yeah,
you know, it's
exactly.
I've probably said, if you go back, I mean, what Musty Audio is, it's approaching 400 episodes now. Wow. So if you go and listen to like one of my podcasts, like podcast fucking 10 or something like that, I probably say fucking loads of shit I don't agree with anymore, like loads of stuff, but it's fucking out there and it's permanent record. And anybody can go and listen to it. Anyone can pull you up for it, and anyone can like turn around and say, "Oh, he said this and that fucking 10 minutes there, and that's not good." And you shouldn't just be able to turn around and say, because you had a problem with me for something, I'm gonna stop you doing what you're doing. It's just fucking wrong.
And that's the issue I had. It was not an issue with them as people, or even with the stuff they've done in the past, because I knew they'd fake stuff. knew damn well that fake stuff. Was I still friends with them? Yeah, I was, because I didn't really care, because I'd put the debunks out. I took the piss out of them over it. Same with Secure Team 10. But when I've had copyright strikes, and any YouTube creator will know this, it puts the fear of God into you, because you think, or you may just think, I can't be bothered with the child, and it does something to make you think, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't be bothered to put the effort in.
My strike that did that with Musty Audio's YouTube channel, and I just stuck to doing podcasts.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I just thought, well, I can't.
But that was from the big boss.
Yeah. But I
you,
can't.
John.
I can't operate within the guidelines of YouTube, so there's no point investing time into it. There is absolutely no way, the way YouTube is right now, there is no way I can do what I do.
Musty Audio would survive probably 3 weeks on YouTube.
3 episodes, especially right now with the stuff we talk about on Musty Audio. Like, well, I've got one community guideline strike anyway, so it would last 2 episodes if I uploaded it. The only reason I even haven't got rid of it is because when I do stuff like this, it's easier to have a Musty Audio YouTube channel. So when I comment in the comments, it's Musty Audio. That's the only reason I have a YouTube channel, is to comment. Yeah.
So don't go subscribe to Lee's. Well, subscribe to Lee's YouTube channel.
You might as well. There's not going to be anything. Wait till Elon Musk buys it out, so then maybe it'll be fine.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'm actually hoping for. I was reading some of the other day that Welcome to the Show just said Musty Audio is one of my favorite podcasts. Thank you very much.
Lee, welcome to, and he's called Lee as well.
Fucking beautiful name.
Just.
Do you know my dad called me Lee because he knew I was going to be stupid?
Really?
That's literally, he said, what's the simplest name we can give him so he can spell it? What a welcome to the world.
Lucky you weren't Chinese, or it would be L.I.
or L.E.A. even. Well, it could have been all sorts of fucking wrongs. All sorts of wongs.
Two wongs don't make a white. Stop it now.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of stupid people, this is not my subscribers, obviously.
No, of course not. The smartest people on YouTube.
But a lot of there's so many naive people when it comes to ufology. When it comes to they watch these. I get
ufology, mate. It's unbelievable how many stupid people there are out there when you look at comment sections.
I mean, you've probably you may have had friends in the pubs say, "Have you seen this video?" And I'm not saying it would be about UFO; it could be about anything. And you just go, "Yeah, it's not real."
Yeah,
and but they're quite adamant. And when you tell them, "No, that's not real," they get a little bit like,
because who wants it to be fake? That's the thing. No, but like, this is this thing with, and I feel bad for again for Mick West. Like, he's got an imagination. He's an artist. You know, he's involved in game development and stuff like that. He wants that shit to be as real as you do. I fucking guarantee it. All he wants, because he puts so much time into debunking it, all he wants is to find something he can't debunk. And that's the problem. Like what you were saying before about like why.
If I get him on, the thumbnail's going to be, the video's going to be called West Knows Best.
Yeah, but can we have can you do us as the Pet Shop Boys as well?
Yes.
We are with the hats on.
With Mick as part of the, it was a twosome, wasn't it? Or a threesome.
Yeah, no, we can just have Mick in the middle, but we can be either side of him with the Pet Shop Boys hats on. Yeah. But anyway, the problem is that you, if this doesn't matter whether you're talking about the
Pet Shop
UFOs, Pet Shop Boys, UFOs, ghosts, flat Earth, any of the above, Hollow Earth, you are essentially looking at things that either replace religion, or in some cases, like flat Earth, for instance, in reinforce religious beliefs already.
Why
So
would a
that-
flat
that's-
Earth reinforce religious belief?
Because it shows evidence of a design.
But wouldn't a ball?
No, not as in what we're given. If what we're given is in space that is teeming with life form, it's
You
literally
see, a ball seems more magical than a flat plane. To me. The
well,
fact that I've got Australia underneath my arsehole.
No. If you look at the idea, and so, see, you always end up making me fucking straw man flat Earth, and I don't fucking believe in it. I've just happened to have watched fucking loads of it.
Oh, I love it.
And now I've got your money demonetized because of my swearing. It's your fault.
I told you don't worry about that on this channel. Just worry about it on the
system.
On the new channel. Don't swear till after 10 minutes.
If you look at it as in the idea of, especially the fishbowl idea, so you look at the flat Earth theories that there is a glass bowl. Fucking Jackie Radford fucking hates me, whoever it is. Yeah, if you had a snow globe,
she's right, you do believe it.
A snow globe, fucking Earth, it obviously shows element of design. That it does reinforce them. I'm much more down with Hollow Earth, to be perfectly honest. I'm much more down with Hollow Earth.
What you think? Bird was right.
No, I
don't
don't
believe
even know,
Admiral Byrd's thing.
No, because that whole his diaries, Admiral Byrd's diaries, were written by his fucking nephew, weren't they? It's not actually Admiral Byrd's diaries.
That's like my granddad passing away and me writing his story from when he worked, because my granddad did used to work on submarines.
Yeah,
and me telling the story, the days of my granddad working on the submarine, having only vivid memories from a child of him talking to me about it. So maybe he did tell. Was it his grandson that wrote it?
I thought it was his nephew. Yeah,
nephew.
I might be wrong by that though. But I know it was like a
maybe he did tell him a tall tale, you know.
Yeah, wouldn't you? Like
when I went to Antarctica.
Yeah, and then you just put some salt and pepper on top of it as well.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Bird's pissed at Christmas time. He's drank half a bottle of fucking whiskey, and he's like, tell us when you went to Antarctica. And you start telling the kids start dropping to sleep off to sleep, and he just thinks, oh, they're not listening to me now. Then I met the aliens in the middle of the earth, and then everyone wakes up and Uncle Bird's cool again.
I definitely think there's 100% something to Antarctica that they're not telling us, whether it's
and that's
a big hole in the middle. But I think I heard you say this, and I will help you show out look even more now, Lee, again, because I did. You and Dave were speaking about Antarctica, and you said, "Isn't it fucking the strangest things that in the middle of a war, let's just send a load of troops to Antarctica to and let's go look for the Ark of the Covenant."
Yeah, it's like the height of the fucking Nazi war effort. Let's just send people to Antarctica. Let's look for the Ark of the Covenant. Let's look for the Holy Grail. Let's look for all these fucking crazy things. Especially for a nation known for not order as in good order. I mean order as in like getting things in order. For a nation known for its precision, it may be a better word. It seems like a fucking drastic waste of resources. It's wild, like the whole fucking thing. I mean, the largest occult library was it him?
And when they won the war, when we won the war, you know,
I didn't do anything. I'm not claiming victory for that one. Other people won it. I've reaped the benefits.
Well, did we win it? Because
Well, that was what the last podcast.
a
That's
lot-
what the last Musty Audio podcast digged into.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I know I'm carrying on where you left off from, because
I don't.
a lot of Nazis went to work for the Americans.
A lot of Nazis went to work for the Americans. Then you have Klaus Schwab, which his father, if you look into Schwab Senior, he's a very interesting character when it comes to his leanings during the Second World War. And these are the people with the World Economic Forum, which are paving the way for what we're looking at as a future.
But let's not forget, one of them took us to the moon.
Did they?
Lee, your dad's watching.
It's definitely not. You can't even text somebody, let alone go on YouTube. Yeah, I fuck. I don't know. I don't know what the. I fucking hope not. If this is, if we are tiptoeing into the Fourth Reich, it's not ideal, isn't it?
Do you totally believe that we didn't go to the moon, or
yes, I 100%
do you believe the footage isn't real?
I don't believe the footage is real.
That's what I want to get
100%. I do not believe the footage is real. I don't believe the rovers that were sent to the moon are real. I think that Chinese thing was the fucking most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The Indian thing was even more fucking ridiculous than that. The what we've just sent when we put the probe onto the moon, that was fucking weird as well, wasn't it? None of it seems quite real, does it? And maybe that is because it's not real. Maybe it's literally out of this world. So maybe that's why it's strange, is because it's literally alien. But
my argument that I have always back and forth with my dad with it is, what's the
there's a guy called Jeff. There's a guy called Jeff, J-E-F-F, not G. He's got a red logo. I really think you should put his comment up because it fucking broke me.
Lee, the US will trade you goof on for Liam Gallagher.
I'll take that. I'll take that. And if you give us Stephen Cambion as well, you can have Noel.
The issue I have with the footage that we got
No, it's fucking brothers, isn't it? They're trying to give us Blake and Brent. This is a fucking psyop.
No, because Blake and Brent love each other. Noel
I bet they do.
Noel and Liam just really don't like each other.
They don't like each other, not as much as Blake and Brent like each other. Carry on.
Yeah, the issue I have is
allegedly.
The issue I have is they had great cameras on the LEM, yeah. When the lunar lander came down, they had one of keep the camera, yeah.
Yep.
When Armstrong screamed down the stairs.
I don't want to talk about people going down right now.
Take that camera, the decent quality one. Forget the one on the leg, the live one. Fair enough, have that as well. Why not? But film him. Come on, give us a wave, Neil. As you're going down. Or maybe they didn't think of it. Maybe they just didn't. They were that in the moment. But I just think NASA would have said, "Listen, this is the biggest moment in history. Make sure you capture every little bit of it." That's my issue with it. And that's not me saying I don't believe that we went to the moon. Just think there was either a very foolish error made with the camera that what's his name? Thingamajig. North Pole guy had a heart attack on the North Pole. Did you have that? He said Burt Reynolds then.
Burt Reynolds.
Not Burt Reynolds. What's his fucking name?
Admiral Byrd.
No.
Scott the Antarctic.
Neil Armstrong and
Buzz
Yeah,
Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin. I couldn't. His name just disappeared from my brain.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, the first thing I think about Buzz Aldrin is he had a heart attack in the fucking Arctic.
You know, I was thinking, there's Michael Collins up there. Neil Armstrong going down the stairs.
Phil Collins will be down there soon. It's a fucking
Who's
great
the
show.
bastard that should have the camera in his hand filming Neil going down the step ladder? Oh, I can't think of his name. Yeah, Buzz. Buzz, there you go. But yeah, Buzz should have been all over that. That'd have been brilliant as well. It'd be such good footage.
Yeah, it's fucking. Even just the idea that I can't remember. Was it 15? Was it 15 photographs that those chest things had? I can't remember now. I know there's.
Well, they could take up to 15 photographs.
I can't remember. I'm just saying a number, but it's less than you think it would be. Because don't forget, we're still talking film. There's still film cameras that's in there, and it's not like your little windy ones you would get in the at the fairground. But the idea for someone like I don't class myself as a photographer, but I'm not bad at taking photographs. The idea that those people could get such perfectly framed photographs without being able to look through the camera. So not only are they incredible pilots, they're also incredible photographers as well that they sent up there without being looking through a lens. Even if you were to say, like, take a camera without having like the screen on, you could probably do a decent job like that. But the idea that you're taking the photograph from your chest, so you got to kind of look down, so you're getting your hands right. Then you're looking up, so immediately you're moving as well. I call bullshit on how, because some of those photographs were some of the greatest photographs ever taken by human beings.
Photography lessons before you go.
Crystal clear, fucking, and
no atmosphere.
Just think about but think about the there was no image stabilization then. What are you doing, Ollie?
I didn't mean to get rid of you. I meant to
I've got your fucking bondage porn up again. You've got crystal clear photographs. You think about how easy it would have been just to move slightly and to send all of that out of focus. There was no image stabilization then.
There wasn't.
Yeah, again, this is where we need Stuart Little in the chat right now.
Oh wow, what's going on? Is someone having an argument?
No, I'm talking about cameras, aren't I? I'm talking about I'm talking out of my fucking comfort zone about cameras. Stuart Little could probably put me.
Yeah, he would definitely give you the camera lowdown.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've been watching the chat. Nobody's been awfully horrible so far.
We're coming up to the 2-hour mark, and I did want to briefly speak about this. So I got this sent through from a friend of mine, I believe yesterday evening. And has anybody seen this Inca lady that is going in a museum?
That's wild,
isn't it? I mean,
do you know what's wild there is that if you go up, can we look at the picture? The most crazy thing about that is that in her last moments before she froze to death, she was rubbing one out.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest with you, because if I know it's interesting to put somebody's body in a museum, but to me, I'm not religious, but I kind of still feel like she belongs in a grave than in a museum for everybody to look at.
It's crazy, isn't it? How well that's preserved.
It is crazy. It's like 500 years old. And do you reckon they checked her pockets for like any ancient technology? Or
What pocket?
I don't know. She might have a pocket. Just trying to see if there's anything extra on there. But yeah, I mean, 500 years ago, that. I mean, there is other pictures of this
UFO
as
chick
well.
just put it there. She belongs where she was. I like that.
Yeah, well, what she belongs where she where she was.
Where she was found. Yeah, where she died. Where she was
Oh, yeah,
essentially buried before she was dug up. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what this reminds me of, though? Why I wanted to put this up. Do you remember this supposed secret Apollo mission, and they found that like Inca-looking?
The Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
You know that was fake.
I know it was fake. I know it was fake. Yeah, but
okay.
it does. The way she looks,
She looks like that.
looks like that.
Yeah.
Except for the eye in the middle.
Yeah, except for the eye. Oh, was that makeup though? Or was that no? It did have an eye in the middle.
No, she had something in her head because they were trying to say that that they control the ships through thought.
Yeah. I enjoyed the pictures of what was supposed to be the ship in that video.
Yeah,
I thought that was really that everything else was shit, but that was really well done. You know, everything else looked like an episode of Red Dwarf. Wasn't
it weird that I don't know if you remember that Transformers film that picked up on the back of that.
Yes, yeah. The other thing I would say is what always makes me think of stuff as far as the great hoaxes go is still how good the alien autopsy is.
We're definitely doing that, Lee. We are definitely doing the alien autopsy.
We have to because that is so fucking good. It's so good, and it's like if you take I'm gonna fucking go off about the alien autopsy again.
Were you there when I showed Rich it? Not Rich. When I showed, was it you, Hidden, and Dave?
Yeah.
You were there then, were you, Lee?
Maybe. Oh. Yes, I think I was. I think it was the show before Hidden came on my show.
Yeah, because we watched it backstage, didn't we?
Yeah,
because Rich is convinced that the debunk, and I know folks in the chat, I sound like a broken record over this, but we are going to play this. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to play it live. I'm going to try and put some sort of thing up for YouTube to
let's do it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So
yes, let's get it up.
I won't be able to do next week, but I'll do the week after. We'll do 2 weeks.
Yeah. Probably do it on a day we can get Dave on as well.
Maybe do a Saturday show.
Could do a Saturday show, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good. Actually, that conflicts.
Or a Sunday.
Yeah,
show.
I want Rich on as well, and that conflicts with his UK show, which starts at 9 o'clock.
We'll do it on Sunday.
Yeah,
and we'll do it as a special Must See Audio and Alien Addict.
Oh yeah, because on Saturdays as well, Lee, we've got System.
That new video game show that everyone's talking about.
The new video game show that is presented by none other than Lee and Ollie. Starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock, people. It is in the description, and I am going to plug it in the chat. If you all can watch, I might even buy a better quality camera. Yeah, well, I think the whole idea is for, and I don't know about yourself, well, I do know about yourself, Lee, because you told me, is it would be nice not to get rich off YouTube, but to be comfortable enough that you can make more content and not do the day job anymore. That's it, yeah. Because people wonder why, how come there's only one show a week, or how come there's this? Because I got time. I got 5 kids to feed. I've got 7. One of them's Ollie. So yeah, we do want to make more content. There's between me and Lee now, there's 3 channels: Must See Audio, Alien Addict, and now a third one, which we wanted nothing to do with the paranormal aliens or what Lee speaks about, which is real stuff that's going on in the world, and the great nonsense that's going on.
Sorry, just quickly before we got thrown by doing shameless self-promotion. When was the Alien Autopsy out? When did that come out?
1995.
Right. Take a blockbuster film that cost... Was it Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park was 95, wasn't it?
Yeah, roundabout. I believe, yeah.
Right. You take
I think 1994 thing. Was it 1992?
It was 92. Either way, the Independence Day might have been 95. Do you know what? That's even better. I think Independence Day was 95.
1993, Jurassic Park.
But I think Independence Day is a better thing to go for.
Yeah, because it's a better autopsy than Independence Day.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is if you take Independence Day, well, at the time would have. I think that was the most expensive film of all time. Maybe it's right up there because the special effects were fucking groundbreaking. The Alien Autopsy has aged better than the best Hollywood can do at that time.
I would say the Alien Autopsy has aged better than pretty much anything out there when it comes to this subject.
Yes. But apparently it was done by a few British lads and a butcher. So he's not even a special effects artist. Not even like, we happen to know this guy that worked for Industrial Light and Magic and we just did this thing. No, he was the guy that worked at the fucking Pig and Bear down the road that did meat packs. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's... My feelings on that, I'm right with you on it, Lee. There's something... It's one of the things, that and conversations with my dad from when I was a kid. But when I first got that videotape attached to a magazine, I was obsessed by it. And when the debunk kit came out, it never sit right with me. This is not me saying that it's an alien, but I do believe whatever got chopped up on that table was at one point living. Whatever it is. Because it looks real.
Yeah, I don't buy the like the scalpels. The scalpels have the blood in, and that's what's making the blood run. I don't buy it.
The problem that I have with it is, and I've said this before so many times on the show, whenever somebody makes a fake video and then reveals it of how there is a follow-up which will also make money off the back of it. If they did it to make money, there would be a follow-up video. If they was going to come clean, there would be a follow-up video with even one photograph of the cadaver or whatever.
Do you know on the table? You've got another problem.
Something.
Yeah, because it's not just the fact like I don't know if anybody knows that out there. Like I, not myself. I hang around with a lot of people, like a lot of arty people, and professional photographers, professional videographers. I do, for anyone that knows that where I live on the Isle of Man, my guitarist is a professional videographer that essentially records like the TT footage for the world feed. He's done music videos for bands. He's done my music, the video for my music for my band because he's in it as well. And if there's anything anyone knows about filmmakers, and don't forget, your man Santilli was supposed to be a filmmaker, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
They record fucking everything. Photographers and filmmakers record and photograph everything. And like you said, I do not believe that they wouldn't have filmed the faking of it as well. Think about it. Don't forget, they didn't just do it once. They didn't just do it because you would fuck something up. Somebody would kick a table over. Somebody would drop a knife. You can't do a perfect take of something in one go.
Yeah, and also
Which would suggest
it's
more
cut,
than one
it's-
dummy
there's-
as well.
there's cuts as well.
Yeah.
Which would show there's a full length.
Yeah.
As well.
Where's that?
Where is that? Because that's got that would make money. You release even if you release 10 seconds more of that clip, that will still make money. Even if it's a nothing burger, you release something more than what we've got of that, it will make money.
Proper money. Well, it was the UFO hoax that filled the world. That was on the front page of newspapers when we were kids. So how old would we have been? 10, 12, something like that?
I was 15 years old when that came out.
Yeah, I'd have been about
1995.
Yeah.
42 now.
And I remember it being a massive thing. I remember there being you couldn't see the full thing, could you? Because it was behind a paywall on some TV station there. Because I think it was an American TV station that got the rights to play it, and it was introduced by Riker. What's his name? Yeah, from Star Trek.
Will Riker.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. He hasn't got a real name anymore. No. He doesn't deserve a real name. He's just Riker.
Will. Number one.
And I remember it being such a fucking massive deal. And it came out don't get me wrong, it came out at just the right time as well. Height of the X-Files.
X-Files.
Yeah. And that's it regard
However, it was better done than any of the autopsies in the X-Files. I don't think there was many. But
I'll tell you what, I think every autopsy that's come after it has been heavily inspired by it.
There hasn't been one, I don't think, in any film. Or I will put this out there. You show me a link to a film with an alien autopsy that's fake, that is for a film, yeah. Show me anything.
Maybe right.
That.
Past Ant, yeah. Oh no, beats it absolutely.
Anything that beats that. Anything.
Did anybody say Ant and Dec?
I was just gonna say Ant and Dec.
But
isn't that a weird thing as well?
It looks fake. Ant and Dec looks shit.
But isn't that weird as well? Is the fact that it was such?
They mocked it.
Yeah. That's what they do. I'm gonna say the word. That's what the elites do. They mock what you don't want to believe.
Yeah, it needs revisiting. In fact, I'm pretty well. The guy that was talking about this is what made the guy that was showing this negative, and this was for sale. I think
dummy. No, but just bring that back a second. That right, just look at the dummy face. It's fucking incredible. And this isn't me saying this is an alien from outer space. That is a fucking incredible job. If somebody has made that, it is incredible.
I know a little bit about special effects, very little. I was going to do something in that when I was younger. Did college and also, but I was more interested in drinking and girls. However, I can see that thing is so well done. I to this day, I think they would, from a practical effect, I'm not talking CGI, I'm talking from a practical effect, they would struggle to do that.
How much money would it cost as well?
That sort of thing I have no idea about, Lee. But
but if you talk about doing the latex and stuff like that, because you're making a latex model,
not massively expensive.
No, but you've got to build the molds to make it. Then you've got to work out how to you've got to get someone to paint it properly, so you've got all that nice shading going on all over.
I mean, the whole thing won't be latex. if that is fake, then you'll have a skeleton structure made of probably wire mesh or something like that.
Mhm.
Then you've got your maybe paper mache over the top of it.
No. But
Then
that would
you've got your latex. So you've got
that
layers
to
to
me.
this thing.
No, but that to me looks like I doubt there's paper
A
mache
discussion
involved.
for another day.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
I do you know what, right? I still think it's the coolest thing. It's
I would
and
agree.
I often talk about, like, say this, well, I'm slightly let down by ufology because I got you on Musty Audio to talk about the releases, when the releases started coming out from the thing, because you were all over it and I wasn't a UFO guy. Then I started coming on this and I thought, fucking great, they're going to show me loads of stuff. Nobody showed me fuck all. And the best thing is still the UFO.
Everybody in the UFO community and probably people in the chat that are people that watch this video after,
You'll go, oh, bullshit.
Are they stupid?
Yeah.
Go watch it. Go watch it again.
Yeah.
You can only watch it on Rumble.
Weird?
You cannot watch it on YouTube because it's been taken out on YouTube.
I will quote the flat earthers from this, is that if someone turns around and says something, but if someone turns around and says something to you that makes you angry or makes you instantly go, no, fucking bullshit, but you just had an emotional response to that, where's your emotional response come from? Because you don't have that emotional response when it comes to lights in the sky. You don't have that emotional response when it's clear CGI, like Skinny Bob or like whatever UFO video is. The only reason you have an emotional response about the UFO, that alien autopsy thing, is because you've been told for a couple of decades now it's fucking bullshit. Is it bullshit?
That's what I want to see. Somebody give me evidence other than the people coming out and saying we faked it.
Well, the phone was supposed to debunk it, wasn't it? But we rebunked the phone.
That doesn't matter.
We?
No, but the phone doesn't.
No, we rebunked the phone because you could get phones like that at that time. Because I went on a mad fucking Google dive.
I'll be honest with you, Lee. I don't care what age that phone is, because it doesn't disguise the fact that whatever that is on a table is something
odd.
that it's odd. It looks like something being chopped up. There is no videos to prove that it was faked. Not one photograph. Nothing.
That's what gets me, is the lack of follow-up information.
Yeah, you need, and if the people are going to come out and say we faked it, show us.
Sorry, we've fucking rabbited about this for ages here. Quickly, Hidden, what's your opinion on it?
It's good. It's a good video. I like when we were watching it, I believe I said that. Yeah, it's a good video.
It's just something.
And I agree. I agree with both of you that because I think I used the example of Guinea Pig, where he made this movie and it was so realistic that he got brought into court about the movie, and lucky enough he filmed a documentary of him making the movie. Yep.
If anybody wants to watch Guinea Pig, there is a reaction video to the whole film. I was allowed to put the whole film on YouTube. It's age restricted, and me and Susie, my friend, watched that together.
I've never seen it. I need to watch it.
Oh yeah, it's on Musty Audio's YouTube channel. Yeah, you should go and watch it right now.
It's a very disturbing movie, but it's okay. But they made sequels.
Yes, yeah, we didn't watch any of the sequels. We only watched the first one.
My favorite one out of the sequel was 3. Because they made it more of a comedy.
Right, okay. It was an odd film because it's not a film, Ollie. It's literally just a
How long is it?
about 45 minutes, I think, maybe an hour. But it is just a torture. Like literally, it
Oh,
is.
God.
The video starts with a woman getting kidnapped, and then the whole film is her being tortured. And
Sounds
it's
delightful.
it's snuff. It is essentially fake snuff.
Is this the one where
Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen watched it and reported it to the police and said, "I think I've just
Yes.
watched a snuff film." Yeah.
Yeah,
It was it was one of the hardest wanks I've ever had, but it's not impossible. Just if you dream it, you can do it.
On that note, Hidden, your links are in the description below. When are you uploading the crash retrieval?
As soon as I get it, man. As soon as it appears.
Just splice in that other, the little Russian alien that was found in the snow.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
There you go.
That was one I was gutted to find out it was a fucking art project. Because
that one again. Every single one of them, even Skinny Bob, they look nothing looks as real as that thing.
That dummy looks like it was alive. That's the
At
difference.
one point.
Yeah.
Lee, what's going on?
Oliver. Musty Audio is out. You can go and listen to the last episode we put up. I will tell you the title of it right now.
That's where you spoke about Lucy R as well.
Yeah, we spoke about Lucy R. We did a good we talked about the
guy I had no idea who he was, and you were like, "Are you kidding?"
Andrew, yeah, the latest episode is Musty Audio, Andrew Tate versus the Matrix. We talked about. It's also got some fucking cool artwork. That's my favorite artwork that's ever been on one of the thumbnails of Musty Audio podcast. It's worth it. It's worth it to go on Spotify to look for it. I don't lie, Oliver. Say it's my hands. We talked about that. We talked about the UCR thing. We talked about that ex-CIA guy, which is talks about them being interdimensional entities and stuff like that. That's really cool. We talked a little bit about the vid and the stabby of the vid. That was quite. That was good. We had a good chat about that. It was just Musty Audio. It's fucking hour and 45 minutes of like the fucking best conspiracy conversation you can have, like loose conspiracy conversation. So, one of us is a fat patent jacker. The other one probably worked some sort of fucking dark CIA ops. What else do you want? And
what's going down tomorrow, Lee? Because I've
it's something to do with system, something to do with the apparently most eagerly anticipated video game, like live video game show that YouTube has ever seen.
There you go, people.
Yeah. So it's all the charm of IGN without the bell ends.
Yeah, it's going to be me and Lee running a gaming channel, and that is going to be tomorrow night, people. It is in the description below. So
but go and listen to Musty Audio, because I know loads of you don't fucking listen. And you should listen.
Oh, listen.
You like me this long, you like me that long. It's dead easy.
It is. And it's video format now.
This video, actually, that's a good point. On Spotify, it's got the Rogan treatment. So if you go on Spotify, you can watch it, because that's the only place you can watch the video. So it's dead special. It's done a right fucking good job on Spotify as well. Nearly half of my listeners are on Spotify now instead of Apple. So that's quite cool, I think.
And it's free.
Just fucking do it. Fucking stop being pricks.
And if you gamers,
fuck me.
If you are gamers,
400 episodes. I'm not gonna fucking stop, am I? So just fucking listen to it.
He's going to be an old man.
I'm persistent as fuck. Don't test me.
He's convinced that the world will give a turn. It's going to
One
be a turn.
fucking night a week, Sunday evenings, I do my fucking very best to save the planet. The least you can do is fucking acknowledge me while I do it.
And on that note, I'm going to say good night. Good night. God bless people. If any of you in the chat tonight are into gaming at all, we got a gaming news channel launching tonight. It's called System. Yes, I managed to get the name Just System. It's not called Just System. It's Just System. And it is in the
Thanks for
description below.
confusing it,
People.
Ollie. You could have just kept saying it's called System.
It's called System, people.
Yeah.
System. It's in the description below, and I've put it into the chat. Go ahead and over, like it, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and all that jazz. We are going to be live every Saturday. Good night. God bless people. Mind the bugs don't bite. If you want to support the channel further, you can go head on over and become a patron, or you can go get yourself warm and get yourself a t-shirt. Good night. God bless.
Good night, everybody. Much
Mind the
love.
bugs don't bite. I've said that about 3 times. I just hate to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Listen, we've gone.